USDA out with this weekly export sales report. Just looking at some of the numbers here, and we get sales numbers and then we get inspections. So sales, just imagine it's like going through the grocery store and you're putting a lot of things into the basket. But until you actually check it out, it's called a sell. The actual run it through, pay for it, and take it out of the store. We call those inspections. And so two different numbers here, but somewhat positive number on the actual inspections for corn. More on that in a moment. Let's go to the corn market in Chicago. We're higher on the old crop now with the July up 2 1/4 at 463 1/4. Back to unchanged on the December at 455 1/2. You notice by that nearly 5-cent trading range, we've spent most of the morning trade in the red. All right, from corn to beans, are beans faring any better? Well, when it comes to that actual inspection number for soybeans, it was really disappointing, down 42% from the previous week, 43% lower than the 4-week average. It's a marketing year low for soybeans, and the market's moving higher. So why is that happening? Nick Paumen's going to help us with that in just a moment. 10.55 on the November. It's up 2 3/4 cents. Wheat, we'll hit these quickly. July Chicago down nearly 6 cents at 543 1/2. Spring hard red is trading down 537 1/2. And spring wheat, December 2 1/2 lower, 633 1/4. And the cotton market is off 42, 68.29. Okay, kind of teased it. He's with CHS Hedging. Nick Paumen. So the soybean market, that's somewhat of a bearish number from USDA. Why shake that off?
Well, today we got a little bit of strength on the bean board. A lot of that's due to the products, mostly meal that's higher here today. Bean oils in the red, a little bit following the energy sector. But yeah, I mean, this is a time of year where our inspections and sales are slow. Brazil's just harvested their big crop, record crop down there, and they're shipping it out of their ports. So it's not too surprising to see a slow week in the inspections on Monday, and then the sales here today.
Okay, now we've also been watching a wheat market move higher, 3 consecutive sessions, a little bit of pressure here this morning. Any thoughts as we get ready for a long weekend?
Yeah, it seems like this week across the grains in general, we've seen the funds or the technical strength stepping in here. Funds have been buying, helping push markets off their recent contract lows. And we had a really good export sales notice this morning, over 800,000 tons, beating estimates. And we had a little bit of a pop when those numbers came out at 7:30, and we've settled back down now. Heading into the weekend, it's not too surprising to see the market, under a little bit of pressure as maybe some profit taking by these funds or technical sellers is happening. But news has been fairly quiet this week. Obviously, the rains keeping most of the plant or field work slow or at a minimum. So we'll see how the USDA values planting progress on Monday. But I mean, that shouldn't be a non-issue. We've had a good chunk of the crop planted for a while now.
All right, Nick, I kind of pinned you down on soybeans, then pinned you down on the wheat market. But when you step back and look at everything that's on your screens today, is there anything else that's popping out at you?
Not really. Again, like I said, the news has been fairly quiet here this week. Trade headlines, tariffs, stuff like that's been quiet. Again, just watch and see how we react going into the long weekend, and then coming out next week and see what the forecasts look like. Again, long-term forecasts into the summer still look hot and dry during some of the key, reproduction cycles of the grains, of corn and beans, I should say. And we got wheat harvest kicking off, and of course they're battling rains down there too. So watching to see if any disease pressure shows up as the combines move north.
Nick, always great to see you. Nick Paumen is with CHS Hedging. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll pick up proteins, and we've got let me make sure I've got it right, broiler hatchery report from USDA. We'll highlight that for you. Market Day Report continues in a moment.